Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining me today. If you are here today to listen in, maybe you are looking for some guidance on how to optimize your marketing and IT teams for customer success. Actually, you have taken that first step in recognizing this is an important element for your business strategy. So you are already on the right track and you are already a step ahead in comparison to many other organizations today. Because business is like an egg. If an egg is broken by an outside force, life ends. If broken by an inside force, life begins. Great things always begin from the inside. So although we are not going to be looking directly at serving your customers, your business and your business structure is what's going to be the foundation to building something that works, something that's going to achieve customer success in the long run. So let's start by building strong internal relationship within your business. In the next 20 minutes or so, I will be concentrating on the specific relationship between marketing and IT in an B2C oriented organization to help you understand how you can use shared strategies and planning tools to help guide you towards collaborative teams, setting you up for a strong, forward-looking and data-driven business. Before I move on, it would be rude if I didn't introduce myself. So I'm Giovanni Lorenzoni. I'll be presenting today, and I'm the CEO at BitBang. In this short session, I'll explain who we are and what we do at BitBang. I'll try to highlight the main reason why marketing and IT must start working together and why it needs to be addressed now. I'll introduce you to the reference model. What is it? And how we have developed it to help our clients with some use cases. And of course, I'll try to summarize the key points at the end. So I'd like to just quickly introduce BitBang. BitBang is a consultancy company, and for more than 15 years, we have been providing services to enterprise customers to support them in taking data-driven business decisions. We develop tailor-made solutions for our clients through a whole range of services such as customer intelligence, modern BI, optimization and personalization, customer experience management, data-driven marketing, advanced analytics, big data marketing, and more. And our focus is to help companies on processes which involve data management, both from a strategical and operational perspective, from the very first data collection to the data elaboration until the final activation based on data, with the aim to achieve a solid data-driven business decision at scale. Now, for many businesses, marketing teams are autonomous in driving leads and providing that their marketing activities are bringing in ROI. So this is great. They work on their own tech stacks, working on analytics and delivering their own reports. Well, yes, that may have been seen as a great advantage in the past, but as we all probably know now, it's not so simple. There is a clear shift in customer expectation and how they are interacting with brands. And there are more potential customer touch points than ever before. So how are businesses keeping up with these changes? Well, it's a given that marketing is becoming increasingly more digital. And because of this, marketers are adopting new tools and technologies to gain deeper insights and improve processes and the customer experience. On one end, This can be seen as a great progression as marketing teams move forward and are starting to embrace new technologies. But at the same time, there becomes an increasing need to work seamlessly across the business, across departments, and particularly, for the matter we are here to discuss today, with the IT. In fact, it's going to be essential that businesses start to look at their internal communication and structure to now look to coordinate much more closely together. Why? Other than for the obvious reason to help implement and manage the technology stack, which is continuously growing and will continue to grow and become more complex, it's now becoming the deciding factor between a successful and developing brand and one that is lagging behind. The accuracy, the speed, and the precision of IT systems, streamlined processes, and cross-team involvement now means the difference between winning and losing customers. Being able to understand customer in greater depth and accurately measure business success and forecast future business growth is simply a must. So we have seen the urgency. Now let's move on to look at how we at BitBang are using an all-inclusive MarTech-specific reference model to help our clients centralize and share information throughout the entire business. Let's see how we can align the needs of all stakeholders to the same business goals. Before we look at our specific model, let's just take a step back and understand what is our reference model. What is its definition? It's a concept and term that is widely used in system engineering, business organization, and software engineering. If we search in Wikipedia, it defines a reference model as an abstract framework or domain ontology that consists of a set of well-defined and interconnected concepts. This concept map is produced by a community of experts most of the time in order to encourage clear communication and share these concepts within a community. It's clear then that a reference model differs from any other conceptual representation in the purpose for which it is produced. For example, the promotion of communication between people. So let me try to simplify this concept with some examples and metaphors. For example, if we wanted to identify the reference model of a legislative system, for example, the set of all the laws and regulation of a modern state, then we would certainly have to talk about the constitutional charter. The constitutional charter is certainly the point of reference for all other legislative sources, and it represents a guide for those who have to draw up new laws or have to apply existing ones. It's in addition, its drafting required a joint effort of all political forces in order to ensure future stability regardless of future political balances. So it persists. If, on the other hand, we think of the field of organization, then certainly the reference model of a company is its mission. For an organization like ours, the corporate mission is its ultimate purpose, the very justification of its existing existence, and it's at the same time it's what distinguishes it from all other organization. It represents a guide for management, for all employees, and for all existing and future processes. According to analysts at Forrester, enterprise architects and B2C marketers should use a reference model to align their goals. In this specific case, the case for our discussion, a reference model is seen as the tool to achieve a common language and optimize investments within the technologies, commonly referred by MarTech designation. I want to highlight this again. The advantage and need to make this alignment between both figures. But let me show you some real stats on this. In the scenario we painted at the beginning of this webinar, in a reality increasingly characterized by search and customer obsession, only 48% of marketers claim to manage their customer data in one place. And more than 40% of them report having difficulty understanding their MarTech ecosystem, perceiving both redundancies in some functionalities and unobvious complexities. On the other hand, only 46% of enterprise architects believe that they have adequate support from marketing departments in making operational decisions. What is more shocking is that less than 49% of them think that this collaboration will improve in the next 12 months. So I'm sure you agree here that the resulting graph is certainly not very encouraging and suggests great scope for improvement. So, what's a reference model for marketing? A reference model is just what's needed to improve collaboration and align goals in order to build a solid and lasting customer-obsessed strategy, ensuring benefits for both communities. And by that, I mean, on the one hand, marketer will be more involved and aligned on investments in new technologies. And on the other hand, enterprise architects will be able to ensure that changes are shared and sustainable. Here, we would like to present how we have developed and adapted our own reference model, which we took from Forrester original proposal. And as I mentioned before, the purpose of this model is to facilitate communication within our clients' organization and between us and our clients. So this reference model not only fully covers all our professional services to our customers, but in fact represents a general model for the state of the art of a modern ecosystem of technologies and processes that are needed by data-driven organization, especially when we are looking at B2C environment. This ontology can be navigated through two main dimensions. The first is the one from left, to right that represent the stages of the relationship with customers. We start from conquest and then on to the service phase, in which products are sold and needs are met to then get to the maintenance and loyalty phase. Scanning the reference model from top to bottom, we first of all find the data management and insight capabilities. In the middle, we see the classic business units of modern marketing organization. And at the bottom, we can see the main solution for marketing technologies and channel activators. I decided to share with you today a high-level version of one of our developed reference model to be able to give you a visualization of the kind of structures we work from and to demonstrate how it is fundamental tool for connecting and communicating effectively with various stakeholders in our client's organization. For us, it is really the starting point for any innovation and marketing investment strategy. This is a tool that, when followed, help clients and businesses to keep businesses in line and guide them to accomplish their desired goal. By adopting a model like this, you can avoid creating a strategy that has no connection to the operation model, which, let's face it, ends up being sterile and counterproductive. In a word, ineffective. Well, I hopefully have shed a little light on how we work with this model as a basis to help our clients. But maybe the first question you are now thinking is, given the complexity, do I really need everything and where should I start? The answer inevitably depends, first of all, on the medium and long-term business goal, the business model, if you are in B2C, B2B, or B2B, B2C, the reference industry, and obviously the degree of maturity at the starting situation in the MarTech architecture field. To go into this in a little more detail, we want to show you 3 cases of application of the reference model in different contexts and better illustrate how, from a tool that shows all of the possibilities, it can be possible to move to a mapping of needs. Needs that will be adjusted on an ongoing basis in a dynamic process that goes to identify cascade new areas of optimization and business opportunities. So let's start with the first case, which we applied with one of our enterprise clients in the fashion and luxury sector. We are reasoning in a context in which, despite the fact that MarTech technologies were not so evolved, the differentiating value of customer data was already an issue of attention and focus. In the discovery phase of the project, we realized that the main objective of the first year of the project was to optimize the activities on the customer base, in particular to increase the percentage of returning customers, such as those who have made more than one omnichannel purchase in last year. So for these reasons, the first step was to work on the reference model specifically in the areas of serve, which includes sell and satisfy. So starting from a coherent omnichannel customer view, then focusing the activities on the topics of customer profile, cross-channel identity resolution, and customer journey mapping through digital intelligence tactics and clustering and segmentation with machine learning and artificial intelligence. We went then to focus the activities on the purchase ceremony and post-purchase services aspects. From an experience delivery point of view, at the bottom of the model, this has consistently led to an optimized MarTech in terms of the use of customer-based data. We introduced a customer data platform to orchestrate clusters and segments primarily defined, and to develop activities across all channels and touchpoints. This was really looking primarily at the sales process through social delivery and digital content management tools integrated with a personalization tool. And for the integrated management of activities that were managed by email, SMS, on the app and in store, we implemented those cross-channel marketing management tool. Those across all the marketing management tool. The second case is similar to that of the first, with a focus on the customer base, but this time with the objective more centered on retention and loyalty, in particular on anti-churn for an energy and utilities industry. The main focus of the reference model may seem similar to the previous one, but we know that here the predictive analytics practice also played a central role, enabling anti-churn tactics. You'll see here also that specific attention is also paid to the qualitative aspects of customer intelligence and to the overall management of the customer experience on all touch points. The management of the contact with the customer and of their experience becomes central in a context where to insert marketing automation and marketing automation actions are aimed at contrasting possible churn phenomena. For the realization of the plan, it was therefore decided to work from a customer data platform, integrating it with a loyalty and users management system via an app in order to optimize the automated use cases of direct contact, such as email, SMS, the app itself. And the experience was therefore optimized through personalization tools, whilst customer satisfaction can continuously be measured through voice of the customer tools. Now let's close with a different case relating to an online banking client, which partly because of the contingent situation of last year, and has its primary objective the acquisition of new customers in a very competitive context and the optimization of the transformation of leads into customers. In this case, the reference model helped us to prioritize activities related to the management of anonymous prospects who visit the site for the first time, as well as consistent nurturing of leads toward the conversion path. We call it the journey mapping. Moreover, through methods of predictive analytics and digital intelligence and integrated with a strategic approach of clustering and segments, we went to work on optimizing the practice of advertising, so prospecting, retargeting, thanks to the use of a data management platform. The second step of this of the project, so the main focus in the conversion process of the register lead with optimization of the automated contract plan and digital conversion funnel through the coordinated support of a customer data platform, which was integrated to the DMP, the data management platform, to support with the trivial activities via email and SMS, and personalization on the site of what messages were conveyed through media. So probably the most complex example I showed you today. So these are the three cases we have used to demonstrate that the reference model is exactly as described. It's simply a model which can illuminate the design phase and indicate areas of focus, which also includes technology requirements. And you have now seen how we can adapt our reference model to meet the needs of our clients. Having said that, a large part of the exercises passes right from the formalization of these aspects to then coherently switch on the most effective boxes that can guarantee incremental business results. So I think that leads me nicely on to round up with some other main focus point to be taken from this session. Within the scenario in which organizations are currently operating, especially those that are strongly B2C oriented, there are business functions that are struggling to find a synthesis between them and that would need to better align their strategic objective. We know this. So we look at enterprise architects and marketers specifically here, but we could even generalize for other business function as well. You have seen how we can use a reference model to create a connective tissue or a glue to join data strategy practices and operation. We have used a conceptual map that has the dual purpose of both enabling the assessment of as-is and creating the condition for the production of shared and sustainable roadmaps and change programs. The reference model, again, is something to be considered across the entire business strategy, not only for the medium and long term, but also for the business's short-term goals. How can we? Well, through an integrated approach of use cases of greater complexity, starting from the quick wins and making practices, projects, and technologies evolve in a coherent and goal-oriented way. At BitBang, we use the reference model both as a prepackaged proposition to align stakeholders on investments, especially in MarTech, and as a methodology to foster communication within our clients' organization. I'll finish up by inviting you to connect with me. If you have found this interesting and would like to hear more about our solution or services, please do get in touch. And if you have made it until now, well, thanks for listening, and I wish you a great day. Thanks, and bye.